Reelin' Up the Coast is proudly brought to you today by Key West Boats. Key West Boats, built by fishermen for fishermen. Visit Key West online or visit a local dealer to find the model right for you.
Folks, we got a great show for you today. We're reeling up the buck in Lake City, South Carolina. I've packed everything up from the beach and came in inland here. We're going to be doing some scouting, talking about a little bit of the impact that the deer population has on these farmers' crops. And hopefully we're going to find a nice 8-point in the next couple of days. We're getting ready, geared up to do some scouting. We're going to go around and look for some scrapes and try to see if this rut is really starting like we've heard. And nothing else better to use than our Arctic cat. We've got a great Arctic cat that Clay Burroughs is letting us borrow, and we're right here in the middle of cat country at Marshall's Marine. You can come down here, look at all these great four-wheelers. You've got your utility vehicles, and they've got every accessory that you could possibly want for your Arctic cat right here, down to a grill. If you want to get out there and ride around and do some camping, bring your four-wheeler, throw the grill right on the back. I mean, it doesn't get any more convenient than that, especially if you're spending a weekend with the guys out in the woods. Now, I've had some great friends all my life, and I've grown up here in Lake City, and Ron Godwin is no exception to that. Farmer from right here at Godwin Farms, and Ron spent a lot of time with us and took us around, and we did some scouting, and man, you guys are going to enjoy the show today. I just hope that you enjoy it as much as I did, because you might get to see me kill my very first 8-point. You guys stay right there. We got an exciting show for you, and it's starting now.
This segment brought to you by Pawleys Island Outdoors. Our knowledgeable staff can help you choose from top-of-the-line tackle, apparel, guns, and hunting gear to boat rentals and guide service. We are your connection to the outdoors. Visit us on Highway 17 in Pawleys Island.
Put a refreshing spin on your summer. Bud Light Lime. Superior drinkability. Ultimate refreshment. A splash of 100% natural lime flavor. One taste and you'll find the summer state of mind. Bud Light Lime.
At Marshall's Marine, fun comes in waves, and an adventure is always awaiting. Step into the Southeast's largest climate-controlled showrooms and select your next boat, wave runner, or ATV. Choose from pontoon boats, deck boats, Skeeter and Ranger bass boats, Yamaha wave runners, Stingray power boats, and Arctic Cat all-terrain vehicles. Marshall's is the largest marine dealer in the Carolinas, and our service experience is second to none. We're just a short drive from where you are now. Family, fun, and fishing begins at Marshall's Marine, Lake City.
Get in the mood, fresh seafood, savor the taste of flame grilled steaks, burgers and dogs. At the Dead Dog Saloon. Relax in the hammock, enjoy the view, dance with the band to your favorite tune. We'll see y'all soon at the Dead Dog Saloon in Burroughs Inlet, South Carolina, USA.
Every time I think about you, baby, it's like a movie in my head that drives me crazy.
Put a refreshing spin on your summer. Bud Light Lime. The just right taste of Bud Light with a refreshing splash of 100% natural lime flavor. One taste and you'll find the good time lime. Bud Light Lime.
Dreaming again.
Folks, I'm joined by my good friend and owner of Godwin Farms, Ron Godwin, and Ron, we're going to try to go find us some scrapes. I know rut's just starting, and this is, you know, because you've been dealing with me for the last 3 years, is my favorite time of the year. The fish are biting, but I care less about that. I want to come hunting with you.
Yeah, we're glad to have you.
Well, listen, this is a typical field. You know, I think they've got, you know, we're over at Clay and David Burroughs' farm. And they've got a stand set up right here, and I think you said they dished this up. They're getting ready to plant wheat right here.
Yeah.
And those deer are going to be working the side of this field now. You know, with rut, a buck is going to try to maintain his territory. Is that what's going on? Is that the signs we're looking for?
Yeah, that's it. They usually have scrapes along the side of the woods, and a doe will come on there and check it, and then the buck will come back and check and see what happening.
Yeah, so we're going to walk up here in the field here. Now, Ron and I grew up together, went to high school together, and Ron actually probably took me on my first duck hunting trip right down from his family. We got some stories about that, but we're going to say we're not going to put that on TV. We had fun, though, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Ron loves the outdoors. His son Julian loves the outdoors, and we were going to try and get Julian on a deer, but he's not here this week, so we're going to see what we can do. And I know we've watched just from sitting in the stands. We've already seen signs of the rut. The does are real nervous, and you know, even some of the smaller bucks that we've been seeing are really acting like they're ready to, you know, do their thing this time of the year. Now we're going to be looking over. You want to look over what, a limb? Typically they're going to be under a hanging limb. Is it a typical species where they'll do the scrape under, or does it matter?
Yes, usually on an oak limb, hanging off from the edge of the field.
Yeah. Now there might be one up under that tree here, huh? Now we're going to come back and hunt somewhere around here. We're just trying to find some signs, you know, where there might be a big buck. And if we can find some signs around here, we might come back and hunt right around here. I know Clay's got some real good stands over, look at there.
Yeah.
Is that an old one?
Yeah, here's the old one right here.
Yeah, you can see we got a lot of rain. Look, there's a couple more. Those are those as old?
Well, it's hard to tell. We got about a ½ inch of rain this morning.
Yeah.
Storm came in.
And that'll cover it up. Now,
but you can tell how the horn breaks the limbs right there.
Yep.
And then they scratch the dirt right there.
Now they'll excrete glands. They'll excrete something from the glands that puts their scent in there to basically let them know that that's theirs and let all the other bucks know that's theirs.
Yeah.
I mean, if another buck comes in, he tries to go in there and make another scrape on top of another buck, or does that typically not happen?
I don't know about that.
I'm sorry. I asked two in-depth questions, don't I? Ron just knows how to kill them real good. Now we're gonna walk around the field here a little bit more, and we're gonna look for possibly finding a rub on a tree, and then that's typically the same sign. Is that a territorial mark, or is it just?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's what it is too, a territorial mark, and they'll go get in there and take their antlers and just scrape the bark off the tree. Now are they trying to scrape the bark off the tree, or are they trying to get their scent on there? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, they pretty much just scrape the tree and that help mark their territory.
Now here's a little fresher one, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a fresher one here. You can see right in here.
They'll take it and put their paw print in the middle of it.
After they do the scrape?
Mm-hmm.
And once you start seeing that, now I know you've killed a real nice 8-point earlier in the year, and I mean, is that, when you can kill an 8-point outside of rut, but when the rut comes, that's when you want to be hunting.
Yeah, because they be moving all the time during the day.
Right. All right, Ron, now that I've seen that scrape, I'm all excited. And this is a great spot here for the deer. We're going to catch them right out of that field, crossing back and through here. Now, they're in here bedding down probably.
Yeah. And
an unbelievable food source between here and, the corn that we've got up there. Now, what all do we have in this food plot? Because this is pretty severe. I mean, this is thick.
Yeah, this food plot right here was planted in about the 1st of July. And we finally started getting some rain then. And right here you got where they already started nibbling. Right here they've been feeding on it for the last couple of months. But here's some signs where they come and eat right here. And you got a running pea right here, which is pretty good. It's some made right here. And sunflowers and millet, and it's all a variety of stuff.
It's a buffet, and you can see where they've been coming through and feeding on it. You can see where they're pushing it down. But this is this thing took really well to be back in here. I mean, this is shaded,
Yeah.
It did really well, and I know you and I were talking about it with the price of corn. Dear Lord, last year I'd hate to know how much we spent on corn compared to this year, but this year's going to be kind of slim because not only is it expensive, there's not a lot out there.
Yeah, it was a rough year on corn this year.
Yeah, I know you guys had a real rough summer with the dry weather down here, and I tell you, Ron's got a field that is a typical example of why deer are an enemy of yours in the farming industry. And, you know, a lot of people are like, why do you want to kill those deer? Why do you want to kill those deer? Well, what you don't understand is, for the most part, there's people that make their living off of these crops. And when those deer get in there 20, 30 at a time, I know you said in the summertime you get video, you know, you see pictures of deer in the house, behind the house there in that field, you know, 12, 15, 20. And those can actually, I mean, they can make a big difference in your crop, can't they?
Exactly. They some fields, you know, you invest a 10-acre field, you got a little over $1,000 invested in it, and the deer come in and wipe it out, and then you don't have nothing.
All right, folks, we moved over here, and this is a typical setup on a trail cam. You know, we basically, Ron comes in, or, you know, we'll find an area where we've seen some traffic, and we'll set up the camera on a tree just like this, and these things are infrared. They can take a picture in the dark, take a picture at night, and the deer don't seem to really, it doesn't bother them, does it?
No.
And the, you know, with these cameras, you can go from anywhere from $75 up to $250, $300. You know, I think these units we paid around $90, $100 for. But if you go over to Irby Street Sporting Goods and see Todd and Drew, those guys will get you set up. They've got several great game cams for you to choose from. They'll find something to fit in your price range, and these are real key in making sure that you find out where this traffic is, so that you're not going out there and wasting your time in the field trying to target these deer. I'll tell you what, it's nice to have this Arctic cat to get out there and look around in it, and it's perfect scouting.
Yeah, it takes a lot of the walking.
Yeah, it does take a lot of the walking out. You can put all your corn in the back, anything you want to take out there to plant, and these things got adaptions for planters and trailers and everything on the back of them. This thing's awesome. This is from Marshall's Marine. Clay, we appreciate you letting us use your Arctic cat. Let's put this thing up. Let's go get ready to go hunting. One thing that I've learned in my couple years of deer hunting and hunting with all my boys down here in Lake City is it is essential to take several things to the stand with you. A couple things real quick that I put in my bag before I head out. First and foremost is scent away. You know, we're out here, there's dogs around. You know, we've been to restaurants, had lunch today, the gas station, deodorant. This scent away is key, because those deer have great noses. They can smell everything. So we're going to do a cover scent on us. A nice pair of binoculars. You know, it's key that you don't have to keep putting that rifle up to scope around and see what you got. And also, you don't want to sit out there and shoot any small button bucks or anything like that when you think you're taking a doe. This time of the year when it's real hot, a thermocell is very important. Take these out, we crank them up, put them in the stands. Most of these stands are near swamps or in swamps, so it's key to have that so you don't get pulled away by the bugs. I've got a safety rope that I use. Typically, if I'm in a taller stand, I'll bring my rifle and my bag up with these safety ropes. You know, you hear stories of everybody falling out. You know, you see a lot of safety harnesses now that guys are using. This works perfectly. I'm climbing up by myself. I'm fine. I've normally got this attached to my belt, and I'm going to bring everything else up real slowly, get it in the blind with me, and I'm safe. The other things, gloves. Got to definitely have gloves, you know, with those bugs and everything else. And this time of the year with the rut starting, I'm going to have some kind of scent that I'm going to put out. It's going to either be doe urine, something that's going to get that buck fired up. Now what I'll do is take this Tinks, I'll put it around the stand that I'm going to hunt that day, and kind of create a wall between where I think the deer are going to come out and myself, so that it actually also works as a additional cover scent for any scent that I might be putting off. These all are very important. I've got some scent lock clothes. I'm getting ready to go put my shirt on. Get ready, because I'm really feeling good about it. The camera's showing us some great bucks, and these boys know that it's my time. I've been out here 2 years trying to kill a big 8-point and actually get something decent that I want to take a picture with, and we're going to bring you with us. So you stay right there. We'll be right back with more hunting action here in Lake City.
At Marshall's Marine, fun comes in waves, and an adventure is always awaiting. Step into the Southeast's largest climate-controlled showrooms and select your next boat, wave runner or ATV. Choose from pontoon boats, deck boats, Skeeter and Ranger bass boats, Yamaha wave runners, Stingray power boats, and Arctic Cat all-terrain vehicles. Marshall's is the largest marine dealer in the Carolinas, and our service experience is second to none. We're just a short drive from where you are now. Family, fun, and fishing begins at Marshall's Marine, Lake City.
Get in the mood, fresh seafood, savor the taste of flame grilled steaks, burgers and dogs at the Dead Dog Saloon. Relax in the hammock, enjoy the view, dance with the band to your favorite tune. We'll see y'all soon at the Dead Dog Saloon in Burroughs Inlet, South Carolina, USA.
Reeling Up the Coast is brought to you in part by Coastal Gas in Burroughs Inlet. Free ice with purchase of 50 gallons of fuel. Located behind the Chamber of Commerce. And by Ag South, rural America's lender of choice for land, farm, and home loans. By Fishizzle Tackle. Reels are gonna sizzle when you go Fishizzle. Visit fishizzletackle.com for your nearest dealer. By Ice Recycling in Lake City, South Carolina. Leading the way in the move to get large manufacturers to go green.
After spending the day scouting and seeing all those good scrapes and rubs, I am excited to finally get out in the stand. And the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I got that Tinks buck lure on these trees around me, covering up my scent. And with this being the first time that we've done this with a camera guy, I wanted to make sure we had plenty. And we're hoping the big man comes out today and getting ready to climb up my 18-foot here and hopefully find me a big one. All right, it's about 5 o'clock. We're going to try and get up in the stand. Temperature's dropping a little bit. These deer are just getting into that rut mode. We want to try and get up here and catch them coming from that field to the bedding area. Hopefully they'll come into this corn and this food plot right here. But I'm going to climb up in the stand. You guys stay right there. You can tell we got the first piece of the puzzle together. Having that doe out there is perfect. We definitely want to have her out there. This time of the year with the rut starting, those bucks are going to get attracted to her. Maybe we'll get a couple more does out there. I just really feel good. It feels great. I don't care if I shoot something or not, to be honest with you. It's nice to be out here. All right, now finally, the second does come in there, and I can't explain the excitement that I was starting to feel, because I knew when I get those does out there with that rut starting, that's going to be the only way I'm going to get a buck out there. And after they sat around mingling, finally he decided to kind of meander out the ditch bank there. I looked down, saw nothing but horns. I looked over at the camera guy, and he kind of started laughing. I was smiling from ear to ear, and as you can tell, I mean, this rack's nice. It's as wide as his body. And I knew it was going to be a shooter. He turned the other way for a while, and finally he gave me a little bit of a sideways turn, and we decided to go ahead with that 270 and see if we couldn't go ahead and take him. As you notice, the other deer is still there. Got a cow horn sitting right there on the corn, and the does are starting to kind of wander off. They're a little nervous, obviously, with him out there, but I can't express the excitement after 2.5 years, and that's the biggest deer I've seen in the stand. And I know it's no trophy buck, and we weren't out for trophy buck, but we were out for something respectable. And a 2.5, 3-year-old deer like this one was is definitely respectable to take, and to have you guys here with me is that much more fun. And to honestly believe that this is the first time we sat in the stand with the camera and had this deer come out, we couldn't be any more elated. But what a beautiful, beautiful day and a beautiful sight to see this deer come out on us. And folks, if you notice, I know we're sitting here filming and we are wanting you to enjoy all these deer out there, but I'm waiting on him to turn to give me a good angle. The camera's actually sitting right beside me, and I got to get a good angle on him. I'm not trying to wound him and send him off running. I wanted a good broadside shot, and as we sat here and kind of waited, I knew at some point in time he was going to give me a spin around, and sure enough, it happened, and I planted that 270 right where I needed to. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect. Got him right in the shoulder. Got him right in the shoulder. I'm going to give him a second. He might have fallen down in that ditch. I don't see how I could have missed him. Yes. Folks, I really thought I had gotten that shot in there perfectly, but as bad as I was shaking, I didn't have any idea. But I knew that I'd placed that thing right where I needed it. Found some blood right here, right where I hit him. I mean, I know I had a good hit on him. That right shoulder, as soon as he turned, I mean, it was my go-to target. Got some real good blood right here. And I know from watching him, he ran down here or into there. Got blood right in here. Got blood on this leaf here. Blood right there. You can tell he came through there. He slid down right here. Heck, he might be right here. Could we be so lucky? Last time I hunted here with Clay, the poor boy had to drag my small, which it was a nice deer to me. I did kill a 7-point, and he had to drag that thing 150 yards for me. And I just got on the phone and called him. They're on the way over here, him and Timmy. They're going to come in from the other side of the woods right there and see if they can help us. But I know he's going to be looking for payback if I find this deer. I don't think I'll get any help out of him. I mean, that track came down there. There's so many tracks in here. Good Lord, the traffic. And then all these red leaves with things changing. That's that blood? No. Come on. I mean, it looks like he could have tried to go up right here. He could have tried to go right there. Oh. Got a little spot right here. I got a spot right here. He came across here. There. All right, I got a good bit right here. Real good sign. Oh, good spot right here. Good spot right here. Good spot right there. Where did he go from here? Hey folks, don't you go anywhere. We're going to be right back with some more deer hunting action out of Lake City, South Carolina. You don't want to miss it.
Reelin' Up the Coast is brought to you in part by these following sponsors. Harry's Bait and Tackle, offering the freshest bait in our area since 1954. By Towboat US, Little River, Myrtle Beach. Sign up today and we'll make sure you get home safely. By Coastal Angler Magazine. Pick up your free Coastal Angler Magazine and check out what's going on in Carolina's coastal waters and beyond. Also check out Captain E's article each month. By 7 Seas Seafood, offering its customers the freshest choices of seafood caught locally and served by the best chefs on the Grand Strand. And by South Carolina Bank and Trust. At SCBT, it's our beliefs that set us apart. We believe in our people, our customers, and communities we serve.
All right, where did he go from here? All right, I got more blood right here and blood right here. I got a good blood spot right here. Clay and those are right up there, and I'm guessing that they've got it. Judging by their voices, they've got it already, but I did find some more blood right here myself. Look, oh my God!
You hit the cow horn.
Look at that! Yes! Finally!
Finally, you got him.
Finally! Finally!
That's what they. Yeah.
Finally!
Nice buck, ain't it?
Finally!
Damn it, we didn't have to shoot him 12 times.
No! That is
He ain't
awesome!
grabbed his leg yet.
Yeah!
Oh, by the way, bro, my knee hurt.
God! How about that?
I just gotta get down beside him, man, and hold him up.
Yeah, we'll get him out there to the road.
We care, though.
And folks, as you can tell, we quickly turned into me, but I don't blame these guys. These guys have had to help me pull a deer out of the woods before, and that was part of the deal. If I shot one, I was bringing it back to the road, and what a long walk. Man, if I could have just gotten this thing to fall down a little bit sooner. But coming through this ditch was quite an effort, and fortunately one of them came over to help me because I was about out of breath and done. And what a nice deer. I mean, I've been down there 2 years hunting, and this is finally something that I can brag about and put on the wall and be proud of. As you can tell, you know, rut has definitely started, and man, I'm just so excited to have this deer. Finally got me a nice one to put on the wall. Folks, I want to thank Irby Street Sporting Goods for setting us up with everything we needed for this great hunt, and especially Ron Godwin and Clay Burroughs for putting us on some great property to find these deer. Make sure next week, whether I'm on the water or in the woods, join me for more Reeling Up the Coast.